Hi there! If you're seriously considering to jump from pharma to big tech, here is how I did it. I'm Gloria and I had been working at Roche for almost 6 years when I decided to apply to Amazon Web Services. I thought that this was the perfect next step for my professional career. I have been at AWS for over a month now, and the onboarding process has truly been amazing. AWS gives you 3 months to deep dive in your cloud skills and get certified, which is truly important for the role. The team is extremely supportive and the environment is very fast-paced and dynamic. If you're considering a transition like mine, good news are that our teams are continuously hiring and continuously growing. So here is what you need to know for the interview process. And just to be clear, all the information I will be sharing is publicly available out there. Step number 1 is the CV screening, which if successfully completed, you will be invited to a short call with the recruiter, after which you will be given access to an online technical assessment, which if you pass it, you will be invited to a 1-hour phone interview, mostly focused on technical questions. If you made it until there, congratulations, you're now on step 5, which is the full day loop. The full day loop consists of 5 interviews of 1 hour each, mostly focused on technical questions, but you will also be asked some behavioral questions. And here you also have to present a case study that you have been previously given. How do you know if you're a good candidate to apply for the role? Here are my tips. Tip number 1, leverage your previously industry experience. If you were working at the bank, apply for a financial services role. If you were working at a digital lab or at a pharma company or their hospital, apply for a healthcare and life sciences role. Tip number 2, make sure you have enough hands-on experience working with the cloud, if possible AWS. I cannot emphasize that enough. 2 weeks before the interview is definitely not enough time to do a good preparation, which brings us to tip 3. Make sure you're ready before you apply, because it might be a while, maybe 2 years, before you get a chance to do it again. So you really want to nail it. And the next tip I want to give you is make sure you have enough hands-on experience with multiple AWS services. So if, for instance, you are transitioning from like a biostatistician role and you were only working with a few AWS services like SageMaker, make sure you know many more before you apply for the role, because you will be asked during the interview process questions about all AWS services. Last but not least, get certified. I think certifications are a great way to build credibility and formalize your knowledge. And of course, for this role, the Cloud Architect certifications are the best fit. And honestly, I felt that a lot of the questions during the interview process were quite one-to-one with the questions I got asked when I was filling the multiple choice to get my cert. Last but not least, this is a customer-facing role in which technical skills are required, but also communication skills. If that's not what you enjoy, what I would recommend is apply to another AWS role. There are plenty of extremely interesting roles. You could become, for instance, an engineer for one of our over 200 AWS products. If you think the role is a good fit, go for it. I'm very excited to hear how it goes, and if you want to stay in touch, connect with me on LinkedIn.